Hey everyone, how you doing today? We are the Real Estate Ladies of North Atlanta, Mary Ellen Benawkins, Susan Jennings. How you doing today, Sue?
I'm doing great, Mary Ellen. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So today we have some fun stuff. We're going to talk about pets in North Atlanta, which is so exciting because it seems like everybody has a pet. So that's really exciting for us. We're going to talk about our neighborhood highlight of Brookmead Trail in Forsyth County. And then we are going to talk about what we love about North Atlanta, which is Southern hospitality. And then we're going to have our design tips of the day, which Sue always comes up with these great tips. So let's fire away and start with our neighborhood highlight.
Well, our neighborhood highlight today is a Toll Brothers community, new construction. It's in Forsyth County. It's called Brookmead Trail. And the address of this community is at 8125 Wild Violet Drive in Cumming. And it's an elegant enclave of 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath to 5.5 bath homes.
Mhm.
They range in size from 3,675 square feet to 4,531 square feet. They do have 3-car garages and amazing amenities. They've got a clubhouse, an outdoor pool, tennis courts, community parks, and a serene lake. And they feed into fantastic Forsyth County schools. So this is going to be a highly coveted area. The nice thing about Toll Brothers is they do have a nice design studio, and you can personalize your home with your own selections and upgrades.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's amazing how much building we're still doing in Alpharetta, Forsyth County, Fulton County, Cherokee County. Like, I don't think that people realize that Alpharetta is in 3 different counties. It's in Cherokee, Forsyth, and Fulton. So when we talk about North Atlanta, we talk about North Atlanta because it's like 3 different counties, 4 different counties. But, that's just the way it is all figured out in there. So that's a great community. Check it out. And we're going to go into our pets in the North Atlanta area. So everybody has a pet. And pets have become more like children to some of these people too, right?
I could not believe the number of pets when I first moved here years ago. And then, of course, I myself ended up getting a couple of pets and really enjoying the dog parks and everything else that the North Atlanta area has to offer. One of my favorite dog parks, though, is Newtown Dream Dog Park. It's in Johns Creek on Old Alabama Road. It is like taking your dog to Disneyland. Honest to goodness, it's a fantastic dog park. It does have artificial turf. It does have sprinklers, tunnels, separate areas for small dogs and large dogs. Plus, Newtown Park in general just has walking trails and so forth for the humans to enjoy, the 2-legged members of your family. But Newtown Dream Dog Park is a riot. It really is.
It's definitely, and it seems like same thing, like everybody in our subdivision is walking the dogs or a dog or, so it's just people really love their pets. I think COVID kind of had something to do with some of that stuff, that people got lonely and started adopting more pets too. But it seems like we have more pets than we've ever seen in the neighborhood,
Yeah. So my second dog park that I've put on our list for today is Piedmont Dog Park.
Okay.
Piedmont Park's dog park. And the great thing about Piedmont Park is it bumps right up against the Atlanta Botanical Gardens. And it's such a huge park, and it's down in Midtown in the city of Atlanta. And what's great about Piedmont Park is it has so many fields, trails, you can ride your bike. There's great places to park on the street there, and you can just get your bike out of your vehicle and ride all the way down the Beltline and everything else from Piedmont Park. But it's Piedmont Dog Park is a popular spot for off-leash dogs, water stations, and plenty of room to run.
Yeah. And I think, that's important. So, even though we're talking about, down in Atlanta, it's not that far from North Atlanta area. And I think that a lot of people that do live in, south of 285, right, inside the perimeter, which is what we call inside 285. A lot of them might live in townhouses or condos And, they're on the weekends, they just want to get their dogs out and run. And Piedmont Park is the perfect location and a perfect place to take your dogs to go run and have fun. Another Disneyland place, right? These Disneyland places for dogs now.
Well, up closer to Alpharetta, there is Roswell, and Roswell has an amazing dog park too. It's the Lita Thompson Memorial Dog Park. It's got a lot of trails and spacious outdoor areas where you can unleash your dog and let them run there as well. And it's just a great place for the two-legged members of your family to enjoy too.
Yeah. In Roswell, like I said, you can be anywhere and you run around. There's dog parks everywhere you go. I mean, and these dogs just have so much fun. It's amazing to watch them, in action, playing with footballs or balls or frisbees, and they're just running around having a good old time. And then they sleep. It's like getting a kid all busy, crazy, and then they sleep. They get exhausted from having a day at the dog park.
Right. So. Well, one of my favorite places to take my beagle, rest in peace, was to Waggy World Paw Park in Wills Park in Alpharetta. There's a small dark dog area there and a large dog area. My beagle weighed enough that he qualified to be in the large dog area, but when you would go in there, he'd hide behind my legs and he'd get underneath the bench and he wouldn't go play. But so sometimes if it wasn't real busy, I would take him over into the smaller dog area because he was not very big. He just was fat. And so anyway, he was more comfortable with the smaller dogs there. Yeah. But Wills Park is just amazing in general. And this dog park there is really, really nice.
And what's kind of nice about Wills Park too, that if people don't realize, you actually can walk to downtown Alpharetta from there. So you can get the dog really tired and then go walk and sit outside and have lunch, or during the weekend and just walk around the farmers market when they have the market on Saturday mornings. So that's just kind of fun to do too.
Well, one of the greatest places that you can walk from Wills Park to is another dog park right on the corner of Main Street, which is Route 9, and Old Milton. There is a new dog park there that just opened and has food for adults and family members, as well as a great dog park area. It's called Unleashed. It's in Alpharetta and it's an indoor dog park. So if it's a little drizzly outside, you might want to take your dog there just so that he can burn off some energy and have be more relaxed when he gets home.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. Like I said, now they have indoor dog parks, that's crazy.
Plus, Unleashed is a restaurant and the owners are local. So it's always nice to support, local businesses and also just sit and socialize with other pet owners.
Right. Because we all have something in common. We love our dogs, right?
Well, one of the places that we go to because we love our pets so much are all the pet boutiques.
Oh, yes.
And there are several in Sandy Springs and East Cobb. There's the Dog City Bakery. They specialize in natural dog treats, toys, and accessories. And it's a great place to pick up unique items.
Nice. I mean, all these dog boutiques are just so cute. I mean, of course, you want to support local if you can,
right?
And you can also get all kinds of dog things on Amazon or whatever. But I really love going into these little boutiques, and they just have. I know there's one in Halcyon too. We're going to get that one too, which is so cute. And just going in there. I have bigger dogs, so they don't have the cute little outfits for big. We don't put outfits on our dogs, but I love when everyone walks around with the little outfits on their dogs.
Well, if you are familiar with the Kennesaw and Canton areas, you should try to visit the Top Dogs Pet Boutique out there. They have a wide variety of pet supplies, including holistic food and fun accessories for your pets.
Wow.
And then in Alpharetta, we've got two that I really love. The first one is Bark Street Petopia. They offer quality products focusing on eco-friendly and healthy options for your pets. And then My personal favorite is Gussied Up Pet Boutique. It's owned locally again. It's a small family-owned business,
Yeah.
and it's a great little store that offers great customer service and unique products for your pet. I
Nice.
recently went in there and bought a daisy bandana for my little niece, King Charles Cavalier. Believe me, for this little piece of fabric, I could have gone to Joann's and spent a lot less, but it's much more fun to go in and visit with the owner. And also, the day I was in there, she was offering complimentary, well, maybe they weren't complimentary, but she was offering photos, professional photos that you could have of your pet. And there was the most adorable German Shepherd there, sitting very politely, getting her picture taken. And then, of course, we all had to socialize afterwards.
And that wouldn't be my dogs. My dogs would be running around, and they would just, oh my goodness, they would be running around. My dogs would be running around crazy. They could not sit still, but they just love going to being socialized with dogs, you know.
Right.
And I will tell you one place that is, you know, if we could talk about doggy daycare, and we take our two dogs to Camp Bow Wow, and there's a whole bunch of them all around Atlanta. And they go and they can go and spend the night there. They can go and play during the day. And they also can have their spa treatment there, where they get their hair cut and their nails cut, and they get to play and then do all that fun stuff. So that's another place that we can talk about is Camp Bow Wow.
Yeah, and I love places like that because when our clients, our buyers and sellers are moving, that's the perfect opportunity to take your pet to Camp Bow Wow, because it gets the dog out of the house, gives them something great to do, and you can get your move done much more easily if you're not trying to juggle your pet.
Well, yeah, if you're juggling to keep your house nice with all the lights on and get everything clean and nice, and then you have to worry about the dogs. So I agree 100%. Less, you know, if you can get your dogs to go to the doggy day camp or whatever you want to call it, daycare, day camp, and just be away while you have the showings, I think that's always a great solution for showing properties.
And with our new buyers that are relocating from out of town, I always get this next question. And it's, I need a vet. What veterinarian do you recommend? And the top of my list is South Forsyth Animal Hospital. They have taken care of every pet in my family for years and years. They're located on Old Alpharetta Road in Cumming. And I found them through the family that had 3 little poodles and owned the house that I bought when I first moved here from Philadelphia. But they offer high quality care. Their vets are all from the University of Georgia, you know, from the veterinary school there, and just are really amazing. And I had a dog that developed a very serious illness. And so they gave me a referral to go over to the Small Animal Teaching Hospital at the University of Georgia. And my dog ended up having surgery, and he lived another 6 years after that and was perfectly healthy. So we do have great care here. But another veterinarian that's well known in the area and is right in downtown Alpharetta is the Alpharetta Animal Hospital. It's amazing how big this hospital is, but they have their full service pet clinic, and they offer everything from routine checkups to surgical services there as well. And then in Johns Creek, the Morningside Animal Care Center came highly recommended to me. They're very compassionate there. They offer preventative treatments and excellent vet services there as well. And then if you live close to Roswell, the East Roswell Vet Hospital is known for its modern facilities, friendly staff, and excellent medical care for their pets. And then finally, I have another one on my list, and that's Blue Pearl down in Sandy Springs. Blue Pearl is amazing.
Okay, and I will tell you, I have one that I love, and that's Hamby Road Animal Hospital, and that's in Alpharetta, and we've been taking our animals there for 30 years, for a very long time, and all different animals, We don't have dogs that are 30 years old, unfortunately, but yes. So multiple dogs that we've had in our lifetime since we've lived here. And we just love that they're just, it's local. It's so close. It's just another thing in Alpharetta. So depending on where you're at, how close you want to go, a lot of people like to go really close to their house for a veterinarian, or they want to go to the best one that they like. So you can try out all these different vets and see which one clicks with your animal the best and yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So one of the places that I always like to take my pets after they've been at the kennel, and I usually use Pet Lodge in
Okay.
it's located on Bethany in Alpharetta. It's like taking your dog to the Hampton Inn, honest to goodness. They've got specialty rooms, and they've got a cat house just for cats. And then they have different size runs for the different size animals. They also have birds there, and they take care of rabbits and all other kinds of animals. But after they've been at the kennel for a couple days, even though Pet Lodge will give them a bath for you before they send them home, I do like to take them to a pet spa or for pet grooming. So the first place on my list today is this pet spa in Vinings. They offer a wide range of grooming services in a relaxed environment for your pet.
Nice.
And then in Roswell, there is the Pretty Paws Pet Grooming. They are a well-reviewed local grooming shop that's known for its personalized and gentle approach to pet grooming.
Nice.
And finally, in Kennesaw, I want to call out to Pupcakes Play Care and Spa. They combine grooming services with daycare, which is amazing. And they offer a stress-free environment for your pet. And then, of course, there's a lot of different mobile groomers that run around the North Atlanta area and will bring their services right to your home.
Yeah, and I think what people like the best is a lot of these places will take your dog for the whole day. So they'll play and then they'll get groomed and you can pick them up. So it's actually like they're going to daycare for the day, right? So if you have a busy day and you don't want to leave your dog at home, you drop them off to get groomed and they can play all day, and then they come home exhausted and all groomed and they look all pretty and nice. And one more thing I wanted to touch on is a lot of these places have video cameras. So if you're like on vacation and like the Pet Lodge or, Bow Wow, Camp Bow Wow, you can actually go and you can watch your animals play with other dogs. And when they go to these places, they have to go for a trial period to make sure they can get along with all the other dogs. They have to take a test, right? It's like they have to pass the test in order to be able to go and play with all the other dogs. But it's cool because you can get to see how they're doing wherever you are. All you do is you go on the cam and you get to see them playing in action, which is kind of cool too as well. Technology has really grown, hasn't it?
Right, it really has. And I also have a Maine Coon cat who thinks he's a dog, but he's a cat. And so sometime, Mary Ellen, we're going to do a podcast on cat cafes, because I know there are cat lovers out there as well. The other thing I've never been able to find, and maybe somebody can respond to us or message us as to who does cat grooming. Because there's so many dog groomers around, but there are no cat groomers. I know the only grooming I've been able to get for my cat is through my vet. And a lot of times with cats, instead of putting like a collar on them or a snuggly comforting hat on them when they groom them, they want to put them to sleep. And that's just not the type of thing that put my cat through.
No, of course.
So if anybody's got a great cat grooming idea out there, send us a message
or maybe start a new business if you're a cat lover. If you're a cat lover, we can help promote that because we don't see a lot of that kind of stuff in there. Now, unfortunately, I'm allergic to cats, so that probably wouldn't be fun for me. But anyway, we love to help out our clients and just guide them in the right direction when it comes to pets, because pets are important. It's just like you want to have a good doctor, you want to have a good vet for your animals.
Right. Well, that leads us into our next section, doesn't it, Mary Ellen?
Oh, it does. And we're going to talk about what we love about North Atlanta. Are we going to do that today, right?
Yes. We're going to talk about Southern hospitality.
Okay. And you're talking to two Northerners here that have moved to the South, and they, just the hospitality. So what can you tell us about Southern hospitality?
Well, I just think there's an unexpected kindness here in the South that you don't really feel the same way in the North that you do here. I mean, people open doors for you here. They call you sir or madam. They say hello or wave to you as you walk by.
Right.
Restaurant owners will greet you and get to know you by name here. They'll check on your meal to see how your meal is. People will ask you where you're from and how you got to the South, and they'll start a conversation with you and ask you how you like it here and that sort of thing. They may even let you pet their dog. It's just friendly here, and it's a way of life here. And, I grew up in the Philadelphia area. I lived in the Philadelphia area a long time, loved it up there, hated the snow, but my husband's job brought me here about 14 years ago, and I really do love it here. I absolutely love it here. And in fact, last week I had family from the Pennsylvania area come visit me for a week, and they were amazed at how friendly and polite everybody is here.
Yeah, especially like people will say good morning if you're walking the dog. They'll do, they'll just, do all that kind of fun thing. So yes, people are the Southern hospitality in Georgia. I would say that there's not a lot of people with a Southern drawl here, not like real extreme, because what we see in the North Atlanta area is a lot of relocation people, including ourselves. That's how we got down here. It's hard to find people that are born and raised in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, really no, most of us are all transplants from somewhere else. I probably can count on one hand the number of people that I know that grew up here. And at that, I don't hear the accent. Now, when my cousin was here last week, we spoke to one man who was actually from the Ball Ground area of Georgia, and he did have a bit of an accent that my cousin got a kick out of. But and then I know a couple people that grew up in like Alabama or Mississippi or even South Carolina. I might hear a little bit of an accent from them, but from the Atlanta area, it's just a real diverse population of people, and you really don't hear much of an accent.
Right. So did your cousin think you have a little Southern drawl?
No, she said I still sound like I'm from Philadelphia or New Jersey or something.
There you go. So something we love about North Atlanta is the Southern hospitality. We just love how friendly everybody is, and how people want to know about you, which is great. A little different than other parts of the country. So we do love that Southern hospitality. So now we're going to go into our fun a design tip of the day. So Sue loves to do these design tips of the day. And how many do we have today? And what are we going to talk about?
We have 2 today.
Okay.
And the first one, we're going to talk about ways to add more natural light to your home.
Okay.
You've got to be creative sometimes. Not all of us have these homes with great big windows, but we don't want to live in darkness. So there are some clever tricks that you can do to increase the amount of light streaming through your windows. So, first of all, look at the window. Is there a bush outside the window or a tree outside of the window that needs to be trimmed in some way to allow more light to come into the window? Another trick, clean your windows.
I would say a lot of houses. A lot of houses here in Georgia have a lot of windows. So you can get a professional cleaner come out and clean the windows, or you can do them yourself. But sometimes it's easier to go in the professional way because there's so many high windows. At least we have a lot of high windows in our house, and I can't get to those. And who wants to stand on a ladder?
Right. And don't attempt to do all your windows in one given day. Maybe take it room by room.
Yeah, good idea. That is a good idea. Okay, so clean your windows, cut your bushes. Okay, what else?
My second tip of the day is don't display everything in your home at the exact same height. Some people think that all their pictures have to be, so many inches from the ceiling and they all have to be the same. But you want to layer your decor. You want to make sure that things that, are paired together, of course, are, put together, but you want to layer taller items and shorter items, and you want to switch up the placement of your wall decor. It just makes your walls more interesting looking. And nothing kills a room more than having everything like at the same exact height all the way around the room.
Well, I mean, just look at your bookcase behind you. You're so organized, color coordinated. I mean, amazing, I mean, you can see how organized she is and how she has these great tips because
that was a COVID project out of boredom that I took all my books, and I don't like the covers on a lot of my books. So a lot of the covers are missing, but I sorted my books by color and rainbowed them out behind me. And I actually think it gives a really nice, clean effect for the backdrop. And that is real. Some people have asked me if that's a fake background, but it's not. It actually is real. I can reach back here and actually pull a book off the shelf.
There you go. What book was it? All right. Yeah. So those are great ideas when you're, so we talked about getting extra light into your to your house. Also, I feel like don't always open up your blinds every day.
Right.
If you're going to close them, open them up because that just brings the light in. Clean your windows, see if there's any bushes in the way. And then we talked about the different levels of things in your decor, like I always think of like candles, different heights of candles. And then like a lot of people have like photos and they all put them on a table, and just like put them at different levels, put a book underneath, different levels, just different decor in that aspect. So anything else, Sue, for today? I think we really talked about pets. We talked about a new subdivision. We talked about Southern hospitality, and we gave some design tips. So hopefully you enjoyed our session of today, and you can follow us on social media. Feel free to reach out to us if you need us. And we also have a weekly newsletter. If you're interested in that, let us know. Thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.